Hey guys, it's Brian here, and I'm back with another update video. Been trying to hold off on buying as many movies this year, and for a while I was doing quite well when the stores were all closed, but they've since reopened, and it's hard to stay away. We'll see how it goes from here on out. But I got some things here to show. I'm gonna start off with a couple DVD releases. So first up, we have Host, and I think this is like a 2020 British horror movie. It might be Australian, but I think it's British. Um, this one's a Skype based horror film. And I know there's a name for stuff like that, like Unfriended and that. There's like I gave that subgenre a name, kind of like found footage, but not quite. My buddy and I were talking about it a little while ago. But so anyway, this film is quite interesting. This film is about a group of friends who hold a séance over Zoom, and then things go terribly wrong. Really do enjoy this film a lot. Like I know there is a really cool edition from this from Second Sight, but I wasn't sure about this film. Like it's barely an hour long, and I didn't know if it'd be worth picking up that edition. I did enjoy this one a lot. I'm still happy with this purchase though. I don't really need all the bells and whistles with that edition. Like, cause I'll probably only watch this one time anyways. Like if you got Shutter, you can watch it for free. So that's Host. Okay, so next up we have Turkey Shoot, and this is a film I wanted to see for a very long time. Back when I was a kid, I remember seeing a TV spot for this film called Escape 2000, which is actually this movie, and wanted to see it ever since, but never did. I really wanted to get this on Blu-ray, but earlier this year, Amazon.ca had the DVD for really cheap, so I decided to pick it up just so I can see it. I didn't want to wait any longer. Really did enjoy this one. I know there was some controversy with this when this film was originally made. It was supposed to be a much more serious film than it ended up being, and it also supposed to have a bigger budget. It's a great exploitation film, though. So there's that. Anyways, I do like this one. I know Steve Railsbeck was really upset about how this movie turned out, like especially from watching his interviews on it, which is cool that he actually even came out and talked about a film he didn't really like that much. All right, so now we have a couple of 4K titles. Okay, we have one from Arrow here, and this is Tremors. Really happy to have this. At first, I was upset because I earlier last year I had bought Walmart had an exclusive 6 movie steelbook Blu-ray set, and I was happy with that until I saw this one because there wasn't much in the way of special features on that, and the stores were closed when this came out, and I didn't order it, so I didn't wasn't sure I'd be able to get this on 4K, but they had some in the stores when they opened up, so I grabbed one. Okay, so next up we have a couple of Alex de Iglesia movies, and we have Bertita Durango. This one's kind of like a prequel to Wild at Heart. I guess Bertita Durango character appeared in that movie, so this is really cool. Finally uncut in the U.S. for the first time in ever. The only way I can see this film for the longest time was this edition here, which is from Apex Films under Dance with the Devil. It's a horrible title, and the way they put it on the screen is like video generated. It looks quite bad. So I'm happy to actually have this movie proper now. And we have the other film that goes with it, Day of the Beast. And this is a film I wanted to see since the late 1990s. I had a copy of this at one time on VHS. It was a bootleg, but the quality wasn't really good, so I didn't bother to watch it. So I think later on this month I'll sit down and do a double feature with both of these movies. All right, next up we have Insect. This is a Canadian horror movie. This one actually goes by a different title in Canada and North America, and that's Blue Monkey. And I guess there's a story behind that. I guess initially the creature in this film was supposed to look like a monkey, and then they decided to go with the insect design instead. And which is kind of cool because in this film, it's a guy in a suit. Like had this film come out today, it would have been all done by CGI. And it's kind of funny because you see him jumping around, trying to act like an insect, and of course they're hanging him off wires and stuff to get him to kind of fly around and stuff. This is such an odd movie. There's no nudity, not much in the way of swearing, and this film it has a hard time killing off any of its characters. Like everybody who dies in this film is more of a bit player. All the main characters survive, which is so weird to me. So happy to have this one. I wish there was some special features on this, but there isn't. But beggars can't be choosers. I mean, like this film was like a lost film for the longest time, so happy to have it in my collection. Got a couple more code red titles here. We have Conquest. This is a Lucio Fulci sword and sorcery film. I wanted to see this one for a very long time. I'm not really a big fan of this cover art. Like, I actually thought that was a motorcycle at first, because of the way he's kind of spread out a little bit, and I didn't know what that was. But that's his clothes. So I don't know. I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. All right, and we have The Unseen. This is one I want to see for a long time. This one stars Barbara Bach. It's about these 3 reporters that are in this house, and there's someone in the walls or something. I don't know. Looking forward to checking that one out. And I have like an upgrade here, and that is Savage Streets. This is another Code Red title. Oh, this is Scorpion. No, it's Code Red. Yeah, this one's Code Red. Really do like this film. I remember watching this one at the same time that I watched like films like New Kids and Tough Turf. Happy to have this in my collection. And this is probably the most mainstream film in this update, and it's Freaky. And this is another one of those Blumhouse films done in the same line as Happy Death Day. Now, we all know this is supposed to be called Freaky Friday the 13th, but unfortunately they couldn't get the rights to the title, which is unfortunate, because like, you just knew they sold this film to the studio heads as being Freaky Friday the 13th, because it's a melding of the 2 franchises in a sense, with the body switch and the serial killer thing. Do enjoy this film a lot. I wonder how this film would have done had it came out like before the pandemic, because it didn't really do really well. But then again, what film was doing well during the pandemic? So I don't know. Okay, next up we have a zombie film, and this is Yummy. Now, I was really excited to get this one because it was hard to get in Canada. I didn't know. I was looking, I couldn't find a Canadian release, and Walmart is usually pretty good about putting the Shudder titles on their shelves. There's no place I can actually find Shudder titles, but they didn't have this one. And there was a reason for it that I didn't find until later, after I ordered this one. And it's because Raven Banner had released one themselves. And this is the Extra Yummy Collector's Edition. I love the artwork on this. It almost looks like the cover of a novel or something. They even have this thing here. They wanted you to look yummy. They do. Now, this one does have alternate artwork, and I'll show you real quick, but I gotta be careful because there's some nudity on this front cover. I don't know why they would have done this, but here it is there. If I sorry about the glare, it's kind of late. Should have made this video a bit earlier. So, this is the alternate artwork, which is kind of cool. This film is a lot darker than I thought. It's a horror comedy, but it's a lot darker than I thought. And speaking of Raven Banner, this is my most recent pickup. And that's Psycho Gorman, and this is the 3-disc edition. This one is subtitled Limited Hunky Boy Ultimate Edition. We got there. This one comes with alternate artwork as well. And I'll show you the disc art in a second here. So we got that there. Now this one comes with collector's cards as well. I'll pull those out so you can see them. Now, I'm curious to know if each release of this has different cards. Like, I would hope they would have different cards, but at the same time, I don't want to have to be the idiot to go buy another edition to see if they're the same or not. I guess I could always do it and give it away or something. And there's also, I thought this was a joke at first, but there's like action figures that come with this. And also like collector's cups. I guess I was trying to keep with the theme of this movie as if this film came out in the 80s and this is the marketing that goes with it. I did enjoy this one a lot. Love this artwork. It kind of encapsulates like the feel of this film that had just been released in the 80s. All right, guys, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.